It's time for your AHA Comets to take the ice.
Happy Friday, Comet fans. We are live for the first pool play game of the President's Day tournament. Last big tournament before state for the Comets, which will be in the March. Comets sticks up, doing a cheer around the net. We'll be playing the Juneau Capital team. Sure if we've seen Juneau, but they usually bring a pretty good team to the hockey tournament. So Comets in white, Juneau in black. Comets making their way to the bench. Looks like starting lineup is making their way out to the ice. Pepin, Dutton, Brody on the front line. Lynn and Peddington back deep. Dutton with the faceoff. All right, Juneau will break that into the Comet zone. Lynn skates it out of the zone, into the offensive zone. They'll get poke check, turned around, back to neutral ice we go. Dutton to Peddington. Peddington up to Lynn. Lynn into the offensive zone, is going to send it high. Goalie will get a stick on that one, but it'll be wide high of the net. Juneau through the neutral zone. Sends it towards the net. That'll be wide. Dutton will pick it up in the corner. Slides it up the boards. Juneau will turn it around. Dutton will skate it out. Dutton coming into the offensive zone. Got a line change by the Comets. Tampin out. Hollenbeck out. Wayman out. Whittle out. Gastrack out. Whittle looking for Gastrack. That'll get past his stick. Wayman holds the blue line. Passes it up. Gastrack will pump this into the corner. Tampin will take over. He gets checked. Puck slides to the other side. Juneau's going to break that one out. Wayman over to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck looking for Whittle. That'll get past his stick. Juneau will take over. Sends it deeper into the zone. Whittle in for pressure. Tampin intercepts. Juneau takes it over. Skates it out. Hollenbeck with a nice defensive move. Turns that offensive drive around. Connor get a first. Connor will get his first shot on net with the save. Hollenbeck's going to the penalty box, 2 minutes tripping. So 9:54 remains in the first period. Comets go on a penalty kill. Dutton with the faceoff. Dutton swings that one all the way around. It's going to come all the way up. Icing call on the Comets, so that'll come back to the defensive zone. Dutton, Lynn, Peddington, and Heyman out on the ice. Dutton with the faceoff. All right, shot towards the net. Connor will save. Heyman back to the corner. see. Heyman sends that one across the ice to Dutton. Lynn's going to chase that one down. Lynn into the corner. Trying to work that one to Heyman. Heyman, Dutton, Lynn, and Brody out on the ice. Brody taps that one against the boards. It's going to go into the offensive zone. Brody in for pressure. Juneau breaks this one out. Nice poke check by Bennett. Turns that puck around. It's going to be offsides by the Juneau Capitals, so we'll get a face-off. 8:35 remains in the first period. 41 seconds on the Comet penalty. So penalty kill for 41 seconds. Ashdock with the face-off. We got Wayman, Peddington, and Brody out on the ice. Juneau into the zone. Nice defensive move by Brody. Oh, saved by Connors. All right, so Juneau pressure on the net. We got a whistle for a covered puck. 21 seconds on the penalty. Campen, Dutton, Heyman, Peddington out on the ice. Dutton with the face-off. Dutton will win that face-off. Peddington sends it up the ice. Juneau blue line. Walking this one across the ice. Sends it towards the net. On a save. Dutton picks up the puck. Campen sends that one out of the zone. Comets full strength. Peddington to Campen. Juneau intercepts, brings that one into the zone. Peddington with some nice defensive moves, sends it up the boards. Riddle into the offensive zone for pressure. Pepin out on the ice. We got Dutton, Pepin, Whittle, Lynn, and Peddington. Juneau through the neutral zone. Dutton with a nice poke check, turns it around. Lynn, Juneau sends that one towards the net. Lynn will pick it up. Lynn, switch direction. Lynn trying to thread the needle. Can't quite get through before Peddington with the block. Lynn trying to work this one out of the zone. Juneau turns him around. Peddington will pick this one up. Peddington trying to get that one over to Lynn. This is just a bit short. Juneau will pick this one up in the neutral zone, send it in. All right, Wayman to Gastroff. Gastroff to Pepin. Pepin towards the net. Oh. Wayman sends it towards the goal. Pepin with the shot. Wayman with the shot. Gastroff with the shot. Pepin ties up the guy in the corner. Heyman tries to break it out. Heyman into the corner. Juneau's going to send this one around to the other side. Hollenbach. Looking for Gastroff and Heyman. Hollenbach holds the blue line, sends it deep into the corner. Heyman will chase that one down. Juneau gets there first. Wayman to Gastroff. Gastroff to Hollenbach. Hollenbach to Gastroff. Oh, Hollenbach backs that one down. Out of the air. Juneau will finally break that one out. Dutton. Oh. All right, Juneau breaks Knocks this one out of the offensive zone. Bowen's going to turn him around. Campen in for pressure. Oh, Juneau into the zone. Nice save by Connor. All right, Juneau player getting a little close to the goalie. Wayman pushes him, reminds him that that's not going to be tolerated. All right, we got, let's see, Dutton, Pepin, Headington, Lynn, and Brody, I think. Number. Dutton with the faceoff. Juneau. Shot from the blue line. That one's going to find the corner. So Juneau first on the board here. All right. Back to center ice we go after that score. Dutton with the faceoff. Brody, Pepin, Lynn, and Headington out on the ice. Offsides by Juneau. 4:29 remains in the first period. Comets 0, Juneau 1. Looking for a goal to tie this thing up. Astrock, Whittle, Campen. Astrock's going to tap that one into the offensive zone. Whittle to chase it down. Ooh. Juneau centers that one up. Good coverage by Whittle and Wayman there. No shot. Hollenbach taps that one along the boards. Juneau will take over in their zone. Tripping on Whittle, so Juneau will go to the penalty box. Comets will get a power play. 3:42 remains in the first period. Dutton, Pepin, Heyman, Lynn, and Headington out on the ice. Dutton will take the faceoff. Headington sends that one around the boards. Lynn will hold the blue line, sends that back to the corner. Heyman towards the net. Juneau will pick that one up. Bruce is going to grip. Juneau taps that one right back out. All right, Pepin sends that one across the ice. Heyman. Shot saved by the Juneau goalie. All right, Heyman back to Dutton. Dutton to Headington. Headington to Pepin. Heyman into the zone. Juneau sends that all the way down the ice. That's going to be icing call on Juneau. 2:11 remains in the first period. 30 seconds on the power play for the Comets. Ostrach with the face-off. We got Campen, Brody, Hollenbach, and Wayman out on the ice. Juneau sends that one down. Another icing call on Juneau. 2:02 remains in the first period. 20 seconds on the power play for the Comets. Ostrach, Brody, Campen, Wayman, Hollenbach out on the ice. Ostrach with the face-off. Wayman to Ostrach. Ostrach back to Wayman. Wayman with a shot. Oh! Nice shot by Wayman from the blue line. Goalie will save. Breaks this one out. Wayman to Brody. Brody to Hollenbach. Ace again. Brody to Gastra. Nice intercepting pass by Campen. Comets break it out. Campen in for pressure. Juneau full strength. Oh. Alright, offsides by Juneau. 44 seconds remain in the first period. Pepin, Headington, Dutton, Lynn, Whittle. And with the face-off. Pepin ships that one deep into the offensive zone. Juneau will get there first to the corner. Headington trying to hold the blue line. Comes out, Whittle comes away with it. Whittle sends it towards the net. That'll be wide. Dutton intercepts the pass. Pepin towards the net. Oh, wide. Headington wins that one. Oh, Juneau comes away with it. Oh, nice poke check by Dutton. All right, so into the first period, we got a score: Comets 0, Juneau 1. Here we go. Second period, just about to get started here. That'll bring it out. Hollenbach, Campen, Haven, Gastrock, Wayman. All right. moves this into the defensive zone. Juneau working this one around. Centering pass is going to get loose. Heyman will tap that over to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck into the zone. Juneau sends that one down the ice. So it's going to be an icing call on Juneau. So that'll bring out Headington, Lynn, Dutton, Brody, Pepin. Dutton with the face-off. Headington towards the goal. Nice shot from the blue line. That was Pepin that picked up the rebound. Oh, no, might have been Brody. All right, so assist by Headington, goal by Brody. We got a tie game. Dutton to Brody. Brody trying to work this one into the zone. Good pressure by Brody. It's a stick on that one. Juneau's going to break this one out. Brody sends it right back into the zone. Pepin's going to put that one deep to the corner. Dutton in for pressure. Brody in for pressure. Wayman to Dutton. Campen throws that one back to the zone. Dutton with the steal behind the net. Sends it up to Wayman. Wayman back to Dutton. Dutton with a nice centering pass. Juneau gets a hold of it. Juneau's going to skate this one out. Juneau towards the goal. Glove save by Connor. So 9:59 remains in the second period. We got a 1-1 score. Whittle, Wayman, Gastrock, Hollenbeck, and Pepin out on the ice. Oh, Juneau towards the net. That'll be wide. Juneau towards the net. Blocked by Wayman. Oh, Juneau with the backhand. Blocked by Max. Oh. Juneau from the blue line. Hollenbeck's going to pick that up. Sends it up the wall. Pepin trying to get there. Oh, that one comes out of the zone. Juneau sends it right back into the zone. That's going to be icing on Juneau, so off to the offensive zone we go. 9:08 remains in the second period. 1-1 score. Dutton, Campen, Lynn, Headington, and Heyman out on the ice. Dutton with the faceoff. Juneau comes away with it. Good defensive pressure by Headington there. Campen over to Heyman. All right, Juneau's going to get this one mid-ice, turn it back into the defensive zone. All right, puck's going to come out of play, so that whistle will bring out Lynn, Peddington, Heyman, Brody. Sorry, Lynn, Peddington, Pepin, Gastrock, and Brody. Peddington, behind the net, sends it up the ice. Juneau turns that pass around. Brody to Gastrock. Gastrock chips that one over to neutral ice. In for pressure. Juneau sends that one to the other side. Breaks that one out of the zone. That one's going to come off Gastrock's skate. Juneau into the zone, sends it towards the net. Connor will cover. 7:52 remains in the second period. 1-1 score. We got Hollenbach, Dutton, Whittle, Campen, and Wayman out on the ice. Dutton with the faceoff. Nice block shot by Wayman.
Go. Come on, William.
Juneau, block shot by Wayman again. Comets send it down. It'll be a shot on net, saved by the goalie. Wayman, to Campen. Campen into the zone. Whittle to Dutton. Dutton chips that one forward. Rolling towards the goal. Goalie will cover. 7:02 remains in the second period. 1-1 is the score. Pepin to Gastrock, Lynn, Peddington. Heyman out on the ice. Gastrock hits it. Gastrock with the first shot. Rebound comes out. Pepin picks up the rebound. So Gastrock with the assist. Pepin with the goal. 6:57 remains in the second period. Comets 2, Juneau 1. Gastrock with the faceoff. Pepin, Heyman out on the front line. Lynn and Peddington back deep. Heyman gets a check into the boards. Lynn towards the net. Oh, we'll get a pad on that one. Send it to the wall. Gastrock holds his own. Juneau sends this one up the ice. Lynn. Big check on Lynn there. Coach is taking a little exception to not getting a call there. Campen tries to throw down a check. All right, puck comes out to neutral ice. Lynn's going to tap this one forward. Dutton through the zone. Oh, good defense by Juneau. Hollenbach holds the goal line. Sends it deep to the zone. Brody in for pressure. We got Wayman, Dutton, Hollenbach, Campen, and Brody out on the ice. Nice back check by Dutton there. Juneau sends that one around. It's going to come out of the zone. Juneau slides this one to the other side, into the zone. Pepin scored. Gastrock Pepin. All right, that puck's gonna come out of the zone. Wayman with a nice body check there. Little into the offensive corner. With the pressure, slides this one up the ice. Oh, shot, Keppen. Keppen to Gastrok. Gastrok back to Peddington. Peddington towards the net. Defense will get a stick on that one. Peddington towards the goal. That one will get intercepted. Juneau's going to skate this one out. Ooh. Nice glove save by Connor. 4:23 remains in the second period. Comets 2, Juneau 1. Pace of the game has definitely stepped up here the last few minutes. Dutton, Campen, Peddington, Lynn, Brody out on the ice. Dutton with the faceoff. Dutton looking for Brody. Juneau's going to turn that one deep to the zone. Lynn to retrieve. Lynn with some speed out of the zone. Into the offensive zone. Yes! Oh, Lynn with a nice centering pass. Campen sends it towards the goal. Somehow the goalie saves that one, and we're going to get a whistle. Yeah. Lucky. Good save. Peddington towards the goal. Let's see, we got Brody chasing that one down. Oh. Connor gets a stick on that one. Nice defense by Lynn. All right, Lynn sends that one up the ice. Juneau blue line sends it. That's going to hit a Juneau player who get deflected wide. In the zone here. All right, Peddington. Ooh. Dutton to Brody. Brody finally breaks that one out of the zone. Campen chase that one down. Brody taps that one forward. Campen in for pressure. Juneau brings this one back to the zone. That's going to come out of the zone. Campen comes away with it. Sends it towards the goal. That'll get tripped up. Nice slap shot from the blue line. That'll be wide. And let's tap this one deep to the corner. Keppen to chase this one down. Whittle towards the net. Juneau will pick that one up. That's going to come all the way out of the zone. Wayman will come back, chase this one down. Wayman sends it to Hollenbach. Hollenbach's going to take it back the other direction, sends it up the board. That's going to come out of the zone. Whoa! Whittle will scoop this one up. Whittle, the stop. Tries to send it towards the center. Juneau will pick that one up. Juneau struck in for pressure. And takes a check against the boards. Oh, nice save by Connor. That one was close. All right, 1:28 remains in the second period. Comets 2, Juneau 1. Dutton, Campen, Brody, Lynn. Peddington out on the ice. Comets break that one out of the zone. Tries to send that one up the ice to Campen. Juneau turns it around. Brody's going to tap that one forward. Into the offensive zone we go. Juneau behind the net. Campen, nice forecheck, comes back for pressure. Juneau slides this one out. Lynn working this one up the boards into the offensive zone, sends it to the corner. We got a line change by Comets. Campen with the steal. So Campen passes the turnover, sends it right to the goal. That was beautiful. That was a nice goal. That was a really nice goal. All right, 34 seconds remain in the third period. Comets 3, Juneau 1. Dutton, Pepin, Whittle, Hollenbach, Wayman. Wayman sends that one over to Dutton. Ooh. Let's turn around. 2 shots by Juneau, both saves by... Ooh. 2 good saves by Connor. Offsides by Juneau. We're going to come out to center ice for a face-off. All right, Dutton, Pepin, Whittle, Hollenbach, Wayman out on the ice. There's the horn for end of the second period. So into the second, we got a score: Comets 3, Juneau 1. Comets will take a breather here. Inch is a bit lighter than normal. We got the state high school hockey tournament happening this weekend. President's Day tournament happening this weekend. So a lot of hockey going on. Players will be split between both of those tournaments. Multiple players play high school hockey on this team. What's wrong with Heyman? Yeah. All right, so start of the third period here. Looks like Heyman's got his ice on his hand there. So Campen left the ice. Okay, Gastrock, Campen, Brody. All right, Comets in the offensive zone here. Juneau with control. Sends that one out of the zone. Eddington Lynn back for D. Lynn is going to chase that one down. Juneau sends that one towards the net. That'll be wide. Lynn causes the turnover, skates this one out. Campen will take over, flip that one into the zone. We got a line change by Comets. Dutton out, Whittle out, Wayman out. Wayman holds the blue line. Juneau taps that one out. Campen to Dutton. Dutton looking for Whittle. Nice pass up the boards. Alright, Hollenbeck holds the blue line, sends it towards the net. That'll go off one of the defenders. It's going to come out and trap the Comets offside, so yeah, right on. All right, Dutton, Whittle, Pepin, Wayman, Hollenbeck out on the ice. Into the offensive zone we go. Dutton looking for Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck taps it back to Dutton. That's going to come out of the zone. Wayman's going to skate back behind the Comet net. Wayman got a little room. Wayman skates this one into the offensive zone. Sends it. Oh. Wayman sends it across the ice. That's going to get past Pepin's stick, come out of the zone. Hollenbeck to All right, Duddy with some speed into the zone. Oh, he's cut in front of the net. Oh. All right, that's going to come out of the zone. Comets clear. Wayman right back into the offensive zone. Lynn holds the blue line. Puck's gonna slide out of the zone. Lynn to retrieve. Lynn to Gaston. Eddington. Trying to clear the zone. Sends it up to Brody. Juneau. With some speed out of the zone. Offsides by Juneau. 8:20 remains in the third period. Comets 3, Juneau 1. Astrock, Whittle, Pepin, Eddington, and Lynn out on the ice. Astrock will win that face off. Send that one over to Whittle. Juneau takes over. Brings it into the defensive zone. Nice back check by Pepin. All right, Juneau sends it. Several Comet players tap it. Takes a weird hop and it's through the 5-hole. So, Comets 3, Juneau 2. Dutton, Witten, Pepin, Hollenbeck, and Wayman out on the ice. Dutton will take the face-off. Dutton sends that one into the offensive zone. That's going to go deep in the corner, come all the way around. Pepin in for pressure. Whittle will come away with it. Oh, Whittle with a nice centering pass to Dutton. Dutton with the backhand. Foley will get a shoulder on that one. Juneau on the move. Oh, nice. Oh, yikes. Block by the defense. Juneau still controls. Oh, nice. Back with a good defensive play there. Oh, Juneau sends it towards the goal. Saved by Potter. Oh, send that one out. Jeremy takes a check on the board. There'll be an icing call on the Comets, so that'll come all the way back to the defensive zone. Astra, Pennington. See Campen and Lynn. Oh, beautiful pass. Died right before the line, so no icing call there. Oh, Lynn with a nice defensive move. Ashtock over to the boards, trying to break this one out. Pennington sends that one up the ice. Campen in for pressure. Oh, nice down on Campen. Ashtock taps that one forward with his skate. Up and trying to break this one loose from the wall. Cody Wayman there, all for assistance. That one's going to come out of the blue line. Offsides by the Comets. All right, 5:56 remains in the third period. Comets 3, Juneau 2. Little Dutton, Pepin, Wayman, and Hollenbeck out on the ice. Hollenbeck sends that one deep into the zone. Juneau close to the puck. Pepin in for pressure. Juneau gets turned around. Wayman trying to hold the blue line. Juneau comes away with a nice defense by Dutton and Hollenbeck. Puck comes back to neutral ice. Juneau back into the zone. Dutton Pepin caused the turnover. Juneau forced to clear the zone, bring it back to neutral ice. Hollenbeck up to Whittle. Juneau into the zone, still skating. Oh, Juneau with the centering pass. Pepin scoops this one up, sends it towards the goal. Oh, that'll go wide. Let's see, Dutton in for pressure. Offsides by the Comets. 4:41 remains in the third period. We got Campen, Lynn, Pennington, Brody, Gastrock out on the ice. Gastrock with the faceoff. Brody, Campen, Pennington, and Lynn back deep. Gastrock sends that one to the corner. Campen. All right, Juneau sends that one across the ice. Juneau into the zone. Lynn's going to force him wide. Juneau sends that one back deep into the zone. Lynn scoops this one up. Bennett's gonna break this one out. Brody into the offensive zone. Gets turned around, back to neutral ice. Lynn. Battle on the boards. Oh, Campen trying to break that one loose. Oh, Juneau comes away with it. Oh! Shot off the corner post. Campen, oh, to Gastrock. Gastrock breaks it out of the zone. Woo, offsides by Juneau. 3:22 remains in regulation. Comets 3, Juneau 2. Wayman, Dutton, Fallenbach, Whittle, Pepin out on the ice. Dutton with the faceoff. Dutton to Whittle. Whittle up the ice. Pepin to scoop this one down. Juneau throws it up the ice. That's going to come all the way out. Icing call on the Juneau Capitals. So back to the offensive zone we go. 3:07 remains in regulation. Done with the faceoff. Whittle, Pepin up front. Wayman and Hollenbach back deep. Wayman taps that one towards the goal. Goalie's gonna cover. All right, we'll try that faceoff one more time. Dutton, Whittle, Pepin, Wayman and Hollenbach. Over to the other circle. Wayman towards the goal. That'll go off the stick high wide. Juneau into the zone. Nice poke check by Hollenbach. Hollenbach behind the net. Juneau taps this one forward. Wayman. Hollenbach sends that one up the ice. Dutton's gonna clear the zone. Whittle throws it over to the other side. Juneau will be first to the puck. Juneau with the pass. That's gonna go off a stick, and Dutton will be able to get that one to the wall. With nice pressure to hold the zone. Juneau finally breaks this one out. Nice back check by Bruce. Pennington sends that one up the ice. Looking to clear the zone. Can't quite get it past the blue line. Pennington shifts that one forward. Tab will chase that one down. Juneau's going to turn it right back to the corner. Pennington behind the Comet net. Turns the other direction. Sends it up to Brody. Ooh, that is going to get... Ooh, another shot. That'll go off the stick, go wide, get forced wide. Brody over to Campen. Campen finally able to break this one out. Offsides by Juneau. So, that whistle will bring out some fresh lines. Gastrock, Whittle, Pepin, Hollenbach, and pulled the goalie. Oh, Juneau's pulled their goalie, so they got a 6th skater out there. Gastrock, Whittle, Pepin, Heyman, Hollenbach, Wayman and Hollenbach. Empty net for the Juneau Capitals. 1:08 remain in regulation. Wayman turns, brings that one up the ice, sends it. It's going to be icing icing on the Comets. So back to the defensive zone we go. Wayman, Hollenbach, Whittle, Gastra, Pepin. Dutton will take the face off. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, yikes. Comets need to break this one out of the zone. Finally break it out of the zone. Gastra into pressure. Capitals send it right back into the zone. Hollenbach sends that one up the ice. Wayman blocks the shot. 27 seconds. Oh, come on, you guys, come on. Oh, jeez. Capitals with another shot. Comets able to defense. 14 seconds left. Capitals send it. That's going to be wide from the blue line. 7 seconds. Oh, Capitals. Oh, shot. Nice shot. Canvas back. Comets having pressure on the net. Capitals with some words over by the goalie net. Not sure what that's all about. Anyway, Comets come away with a win, just barely. Bunch of shots on net towards the end. So, final score of the first pool play game of President's Day. Comets 3, Juneau 2. Close physical game between the Juneau Capitals, what we would expect from this team. So we will be back at 4:45 this evening to play Palmer for the second pool play game. And we will see you later on this evening. Thanks for tuning in.